if you guys could see me. Let me do this a bit. Coming. Okay, great, goodness. Can you guys see me? Can you see me? Can you hear me? Let me know. And is the sound okay? I'm trying to send the links to the groups. My phone is buzzing with notifications. Okay, let me know where you are connected from. Let me know where you are connecting from in the comment sections. Let me know if you are connecting from the comment section, guys. Let me know, let me know, let me know where you are connecting from in the comment section. Amazing. Welcome, everybody. Let me know where you're connected from in the comment section. Let me know, let me know, let me know, let me know. It's been a while. I came out live and we had a live session. And it's nice seeing you guys again. Amazing. We have Lagos, Nigeria. We have Ghana. Amazing, amazing. We have Delta State. We have Benin City. We have Mozambique. We have Benin Republic. We have Abuja. We have Plateau State. We have Imo State. We have Kwara State. We have Cameroon. We have Ghana as well. Amazing, guys. Amazing. Since this is a session for basically Africans, so it's also good. And so I should speak with passion to my African brothers and sisters. And of course, okay, we have PH. We have the UK as well. Amazing, guys. Amazing. We have Enugu States. Enugu States. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Welcome, every guys. Welcome to today's session. And the first thing that is actually amazing is, I'm talking about the team. Someone asked me earlier on, are you sure about the theme of this live session? Because the theme of the live session says how to make billions from the bullish run of Q4, and we are in Q4 and the market is currently going down. Like as of today, it's crazily going down and down and down. So the person is asking me, wealth, do you actually mean making billions from the bearish or the bullish? I said no. The theme of this session is basically a forecast on its own. A forecast on its own. And if you noticed, when this year started, we started the CME sessions, which holds once every month, and the CME, which is a crypto millionaires event dedicated towards the bearish market. I started that show as the #1 crypto show in the world that teaches people how they could literally stack profit in a bearish market and make money. So the CME was basically designed for just the bearish market, just for the bearish state, because I knew and I forecasted it that this is how bad this year is going to be. So the CME event started the early of this year, just like this event is right now, this particular live stream. The team was basically a forecast on its own that this year is going to be bearish, it's going to be bad, and therefore there have to be trainings specifically taught and shared to people so people know how they could leverage money and make money in the bearish market. And there's so many testimonies, which of course if you are on the Telegram channel, which is the House of What Results channel. There's a channel that we dedicated towards results alone. I think we have about 1,700 persons on that channel. You can scroll through and see some testimonies there. You can also check the website where there are also some testimonies as well. Now, this event, this live stream today, is basically is a forecast of its own. How to make billions in the bullish run of Q4 2022. I don't have a crystal ball. I am not the most accurate person out there. There could be people who are also amazingly accurate and awesome right there. But one thing that has stood the test of time is that 90% of the time I have been accurate. And I am grateful to God for that. Then the accuracy is such in a way that I'm grateful not just because I'm accurate, but because I'm making a lot of money from my accuracy. And that is one part of gratitude. The second part of gratitude is that those who choose to listen to this accuracy are definitely benefiting the most out of it. I know as of today, a couple of persons sent me messages and were like, I haven't been doing the weekly analysis sessions. And I was like, there was no motivation from many of you, especially those who are in the free community or the free channel. there wasn't any much motivation, and I knew many persons were benefiting from this weekly analysis. If you check through the YouTube channel, you discover that I was doing that a couple of months ago. Every week I come, I analyze the market and tell you what is going to happen for that week in the market. I don't know how many persons actually do that out there in the crypto space for free for people and not just for your paid group alone. And I was doing that, and only very few persons were actually maximizing it. So I decided to just keep it to myself and probably just deal with only those who are in the paid platforms or in the paid groups. So if you are among those that have been complaining or worried about it and you want me to come back to start doing such sessions, what I would say you should do is let me know in the comment sections, and probably I'm going to have you rethink to know that, okay, this thing is being done for these people. Because the truth is, I don't have to come to analyze anything to validate myself. What matters is me analyzing my market, taking the trade for myself, and making profit for myself. But if it's something you would want me to do to help you, let me know in the comment section as well. And I'm going to be doing that periodically, probably before the ending of this year, so you can also make a lot of money out of it. We've seen a lot of testimonies regarding that category as well. Like I said, I don't know how many persons who do that, because it's just a lot of risks and boldness coming back to do coming live on Sundays and tell you guys this is what is going to happen in this week. I've done that back to back to back. You can check 90% of that has been very, very accurate. It takes a certain level of boldness and expertise to do that. So definitely, if you would love me to continue doing that, you let me know on that, and I'll come share that for us, probably from maybe Sunday. Sunday is 13th. Probably from this Sunday we might resume that as well, and we can see how we can make so much money from it. So the theme of today is how to make billions. How to make billions. How to make billions in the bullish run of 2022. I am very, 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 very should I say, when it comes to the theme of my live event and live stream, I am actually very, very keen on the names. I'm very, very keen on the words and what I'm to share or to teach to people. I don't like saying one thing and probably talking about another thing. I like going to deliver what is actually being stated. And this, like I said, is a forecast on its own. Why is it a forecast on its own? Because before the market became this bad, like I said to people, you shouldn't expect me to now start talking about what I have actually talked about before already. So if you are wise, what you want to do is whatever I've said before time, you want to go and watch those pre-recordings, watch those videos, watch those sessions, and then know how to position yourself. Okay, let's talk about how we can make billions in the bullish run of 2022, because like I told you guys that the 60-day low circle is in, and within the next 5 days the 60-day low circle should totally kick in. And once this 60-day low circle is finalized within the next 5 days, towards the last part of November, I believe the market is going to turn bullish. I believe that the way Bitcoin is going to move up drastically and a lot of coins are going to pump drastically is going to take a lot of people unawares. And as usual, a lot of influencers as well will take a lot of people unawares. People who are saying, oh, Bitcoin is going to go to 10,000 right now, it's going to go to 9,000, something is going to go to 11,000. Bitcoin, can it go to 10,000, 11,000, and 9,000? Yes. But will that happen this year? No, I don't believe it's going to happen this year, except it's a crazy event. Events could happen. Nobody has a crystal ball to control event. Any event could happen. So except a crazy event comes up that just takes it, boom, it goes down. So but by the way, note that I talked about flash sales on exchanges. I think if you're in any of the CME sessions, I talked about those flash sales. So on the normal chart, you could see BTC at, let's say, $15,000, but there will be flash sales to like $10,000 and $9,000. You could see those flash sales happen across certain exchanges. I'm not going to go into details right now. So I'm not referring to flash sales. So flash sales could happen that within the next 5 days, certain exchanges could go boom to 10K, boom to 9K. Those flash sales could happen. But besides flash sales, now we're talking about what is going to be available on the real chart. On the real charts, it is not possible this year. The possibility could happen next year, but however, I don't think it's actually going to be happening this year. Now, what do I talk about in November a couple of months ago? I talked about the elections coming in and what have you and whatnot. I think we should be having CPI numbers. CPI numbers should be coming out tomorrow, Thursday, and then consumer index should come out on Friday as well. And I think it's today Thursday or Wednesday. Okay, today's Wednesday. Today's Wednesday, 9th of November. Tomorrow is 10th, Thursday, and the next tomorrow is 11th, which is Friday. So we're having two news coming on the Thursday and Fridays. Those news could turn out very, very bad or very, very good. But that is not your concern right now. So just bring up your pen, bring up your notes, and start learning what I'm about to share with us. Now, basically, there are three things that holds people back from making it in the bearish markets. There are three things. There are three things which I'm going to tell us what these three things are, what are the causes of these three things, and how you can detect it in your life, and you will just know. Why has it been that, okay, probably I've been holding repeated sessions from the beginning of this year, and a lot of persons have made money. At the same time, a lot of persons have lost money. Well, and the people who are losing the most are people who are not paying attention. But majority of people who pay attention make a lot of money from what I teach and what I've been saying and the methods I've been sharing. But the question you'll be asking yourself is, how is it that I am in the house of wealth? How is it I am in this community and yet I'm not making progress like others? Why are others making progress? What is the secret between those who are making progress and you that you aren't making progress? There are basically three things that holds people back from making money in a bearish market. What are the causes of these three things and how can you actually detect it? I am just doing this session to help you understand what these three things are, the causes of these three things, how you can detect it, and then I'm going to tell you three ways you can literally make billions in the bullish end of this year 2022. Now, number one is lack of mental preparation. Number one cause why people rarely or do not make money in the bearish market is lack of mental preparation. Lack of mental preparation. What do I mean by lack of mental preparation? The truth is 80 to 90% of people in the crypto space are not prepared of what is being talked about. They are not prepared. We say we are prepared. We think we are prepared, but when it happens, many times we aren't prepared. How do you know majority of people in the crypto space are not prepared for what comes next? It's because when a very big event happens, you just start seeing that even your most popular influencers are not even prepared. That is why you see them jumping from one tweet to another, from one post to another, and everybody say, oh, this is what is happening, oh, this is what is happening, oh, this is what is happening, oh, it just seems like a confused market. The crypto space, many at times, when I look at the space, it looks like a confused market of children, or it looks like a confused market of a lot of young people who are just being carried away by what is happening now, what is happening now. So it is just a pure sign of when people are not prepared. It seems that they are taking unawares. Oh, wow, this is sudden. Wow, this is sudden. Now it is a proof of lack of mental preparation. Lack of mental preparations. Why is it that Mentis event and all these stuff happen? I'm calm. I'm not like I want to post this. I don't want to. The reason is because I am always ready. I'm always ready for what comes next. So many people do not make money in the bearish market because they are not mentally prepared. They say they are mentally prepared for a dip for the bearish market, but no. Another way you know is probably you buy a coin or they buy a coin and they start seeing the coin going down like 10%. 20%. They start being scared. They are not mentally prepared even for any losses. They're not mentally prepared that, okay, so once you are not mentally prepared, it is not possible for you to literally make a lot of money as you should. So most people end up doing like trial and error. And in a space of trial and error, out of 10, probably 2 will be lucky and 8 will not be lucky. So you need to be ready. Number one cause is lack of mental preparation. You need to be ready. So right now, for example, on this live session, I'm telling you guys what is you should expect for the ending part of this year 2022. So this is the 9th of November. Between the 9th of November, Wednesday, and 31st of December 2022, I'm giving you guys what could happen or what would happen in the crypto space this November, in the December, into the new year. And if I tell you this, what you're going to do is not a financial advice, of course. What you want to do is, okay, see what Shifu has said. I want to mentally prepare myself for this when it happens. When you're mentally prepared, you are already 80% ready. 80% ready. Number two reason why people literally do not make a lot of money in the bearish market and they are losing money while they should be making billions is their belief system. Belief system. Majority of people do not believe it is possible to make billions in the bearish market and be rich in the bearish market. Their belief system their words could say one thing and their belief system is saying another thing. If you guys can recall my testimony on trading, how I broke through in trading, and many of you who have been following for a couple of years knew that I started trading very well in synthetic indices, crash and boom assets, volatilities before I delved into currencies and cryptocurrencies as well, like majored in trading just cryptocurrencies. Right now, I major in cryptocurrencies and currencies. I do less of synthetic indices, but synthetic indices is where I made a lot of money in trading. My first $100 to $500,000 in trading came out from synthetic indices. But this is the thing. While I was trading synthetic indices, there were many persons who were losing money in synthetic indices. They said synthetic indices is volatile. They said synthetic indices is a system. You cannot cheat it. The system is going to go against you. They said when you trade in synthetic indices, do not trade with big money. Trade with small money. If not, you will lose your whole money. A lot of things were being said by so many persons. In fact, even people who I know who are traders and my friends, they were doing so well. They were all saying the same thing. They blew their money, $50,000, $90,000, and they lost so much money. So there was so much fear out there. It seemed as if this thing called synthetic indices, crash and boom, you literally cannot genuinely make money and become rich through it, except you do other assets. That was how it's poised because of what people were saying. Then I came in contact with my amazing friend, which is Bliss $1 Billion. Many of us know is the CEO of BTA, Billionaire Trading Academy. When I came in contact with Bliss, I saw somebody with a different psychology. Bliss was telling us that you can make your first $1 million from trading synthetic indices. And he was saying it with so much confidence. And I was seeing this guy flipping accounts every single day. And I was like, wow, Bliss, you just got to get me on board and show me what you're doing. And now, I was trading to a good extent when I met him, but the most important thing I gained from him was his mindset. The moment I gained his mindset and his understanding, I started succeeding. I started progressing. So in the same asset where everybody was saying something negative, everybody was saying something negative, I choose to start relating. So when I later with Bliss, I became close to a couple of traders who had the same mindset like Bliss. And now every single one of them believed that you could literally make a lot of money from trading such assets. And even Bliss himself made his first $1 million trading synthetic indices. Right now, he trades other assets, I think currencies or so. But this is the point I'm giving. The point I'm giving is belief system. And most times, your belief system are porous because of people you listen to. Now, imagine you listen to a coach or a mentor who is telling you that you cannot become rich in a bearish market. Who is telling you that the only thing you should do in a bearish market is to wait until the bullish market comes before you can make rich. As long as you keep listening to those kind of beliefs, it becomes your belief system. It will become your reality. Nothing any other person is going to say would happen or make sense to you. Remember, what rules the world is our belief system. So who you listen to matters and their belief system. In other words, the belief system you choose to borrow. And I'm using my own practical example in how I scaled from trading and the asset I trade. Right now, I'm no longer majoring in synthetic indices because of the countries where I reside the most. So I'm either in Rwanda or I'm in London. And Binary, which is the major broker that offers synthetic indices, is actually banned in Rwanda and also banned in London, in the UK. So definitely, I just have to give it up. Now, the thing here is, that was an asset every other person was saying something negative. Then I choose to listen to someone who had a different perspective, and I got into a circle and a community of traders who believed otherwise. And guess what? Within the period of 3 months to 6 months, my life shifted and I started succeeding in that same thing where others say it is not actually good for you to thrive. Funny enough, majority of my friends who actually were saying something negative about it later came back for me to start giving them analysis on synthetic indices, analysis on C500, B500, boom and crash and all that. Why? Because they started seeing the results. So your belief system is very, very important. Most people will not be able to make money in the bullish market, in the bearish market, because of their beliefs. They think that because the market is bad, it will not be possible for you to scale. So even in this bearish market, there are people who are making banks. People are you saw the testimonies of someone in my VIP who just finished building his house. He just finished building his house. Another person just finished buying about 3 different landed properties in this same year. Another person bought, I think, you could check the testimony channel. So many persons in the VIP are doing so well. Someone in the VIP also bought, I think, just moved into his own apartment. There are 2 persons who just moved into their own apartments. Someone just rented a very amazing apartment as well. Now, all these are happening in the bearish markets. In the bearish market. If you do not believe it's possible, it will not come to you. There's nothing I'm going to say or whoever is going to say that will make sense to you. You just believe, it's their luck. and therefore it won't become your reality. So your belief system is point number two. Number three, if we are flowing with my points and my points are making sense to you, I want you to type on the comment section, type making sense. I want to see the word type making sense. I want you to type the word making sense. Where I go to point number three. Point number three is the wrong method. The wrong method. What do I mean by the wrong method? The wrong method, there are so many persons that are not literally progressing in the bearish market because of the wrong method. And what do I mean by the wrong method? I told you guys beginning from this year to understand something that is actually very important, that the strategy that is applied in a bullish market is not the strategy that will be applied in a bearish market. In other words, what worked last year 2021 will not work this year 2022, and that was the reason why I started the CME sessions, which I hold once every month for us. And in that session, I've been teaching us certain strategies that works and makes so much sense, which you can literally apply those strategies and make a lot of money using those strategies. Why? Because I understand that, okay, this is a different landscape. This is different. There are different methodologies that is actually going to work, and there are other coaches, mentors, and whatnot that are teaching amazing things as well in this bearish market. So what you want to do is you want to pay attention to what is the strategy for the bearish markets, what applies and what works in those bearish markets. And if you understand what works in this bearish market, you focus on what works here. Whatever you've learned in the bullish market that works in the bullish market, just keep it for when the bullish market is about to return. You will make a lot of money at that particular point in time. There are people right now that are not making money right now. To be very honest with you, when the bullish market comes in 2023 or 2024, they will make a hell lot shit ton amount of money because they have that knowledge. So it is good to have the knowledge, but what is applicable to making money in a bearish market is the method and the strategy that applies in this market. So you need to know that. It is actually very important. When most people are victims of the wrong method, and because they are victims of the wrong methods, it is impossible for them. So I said 3 steps. Number one, I said lack of mental preparation. Number two, belief system. Number three, wrong method. So you want to be mentally prepared with what I'm going to share with us. Number two, you want to change your belief. Number three, you're already in the right community, the House of Wealth is the right community. One of the things that could actually help you change your belief is if you actually have access to the CME course, or if you can, I think the CME course is $50 or so. You can have access to all the past sessions we've had this year for just $50 and also join the group. But if you don't have access to the CME course, or you can't afford the $50, what you should do is check the past video series I've been holding on the YouTube session, on the YouTube channel, sorry, and actually start watch this. By the time you are done going through each of these sessions, you will literally know so much and have the right belief system, and also get a grasp of a lot of methodologies I have taught on how you can make money in the bearish market. One of the methods that can literally make you a whole lot of money in a bearish market is understanding that in the bearish market, less is more. What do I mean by less is more? When you are everywhere, you will not go anywhere. So you are in NFTs, you are in airdrops, you are in this, you are in this, you are in this, you are just everywhere. You are confused. You literally do not know how to, you don't have a systemic method or a plan, a method, a strategy to have less targets so you can have more results. Now imagine in the past 1 month, let's say many persons, there are many persons that got their what's the card, got airdrops last month and made a lot of money. And within the next 1 month, a lot of them are going to lose that money. Some of them are going to make a lot of money. Now, this is the difference between those who are going to make money and those who are going to lose money. Now, those who decide to say, okay, between now and November ending, what can I do that can get me results or make me money? And now imagine you actually just decide to pick only 3 assets. Those who are my institutional trading platform understand that there are a certain number of assets I actually major on. About 5 of them I actually shared with them. I started majoring for about 2-3 months ago, which is Ethereum, BTC, BNB, ETC, and I think I also add near 5. Ethereum, BNB. Now I major on these to the point whereby I don't lose a trade on any of them. I am focused on just this 5. What is happening in Solana, I don't care. What's happening to this?
but we make money from them, like short term. Like I gave analysis about Solana, I gave analysis about FTT and all that and all that. Yes, we made a lot of money from them, but that is good. But what I'm saying is understanding the approach. Personally, I have an approach, and less is more in the sense of that approach guarantees me profits. Now you want to do what we call, when I say less is more in the bearish market, is you understanding that you want to lower your risk and increase your profits. But when you're everywhere, what you're doing is increasing your risk while you're still having the same level of profit margin. So I mean, at the end of the month, I might be going out with 5,000% gains or 10,000% gains, and you're going out with just 1,000% gain, or 2,000% gain, or 500% gain, or even in loss as well. You can't even actually. There are many of you right now cannot even. You made money last month or 2 months ago. You can't even account for the money right now. You are in that boat, and this session tonight is your deliverance. Your deliverance to get out of the boat. So let's talk about 3 things you can literally start doing right now that can literally move you from point B to point A and making a whole lot of money. A whole lot of money in this bearish market in this year Q4. Looking at number one, correcting the wrongs. Correcting the wrongs. What do I mean by correcting the wrongs? I've talked about lack of mental preparation. I've talked about mindset. Talked about now you have to correct these things. If you correct these 3 steps and these 3 things I'm talking about, you are one major step ahead on success. You are one major step ahead on progress. You are one major step ahead on making your next 1 billion, 1 million, 100,000, whatever the target is to you. $100,000, $1 million, $10 million, $1 billion, $1 billion naira, $1 million naira, whatever the target means to you or makes sense to you. Number one is correcting the wrongs. Correcting the wrongs. Now, what do we expect? What do I expect? I talked about the 60-day low, which I talked about on the channel, on the Telegram channel, and I talked about the 60-day low kicking in within the next 5 days. And once the 60-day low kicks in or settles in, and your concern right now should not be, is Bitcoin going to go to 12,000? Is it going to go to 10,000? Is it going to go to 9,000? Is it going to go to 13,000? That should not even be your concern. Your concern should be this: the 60-day low is kicking in, and once the 60-day low is has kicked in for the year, it is over. If it could drop, there's the most likely chance that BTC could drop more heavily in 2023 again. You could still get some major drops in the year 2023. That tendency is, the probability is on the high side. But once the 60-day low over is kicked in, what is happening is what we start having what we call an accumulation. Whenever there's a big move, if you look through the year, go and open your charts. This is not I'm not using my PC, I'm basically using my phone, so I'm not like opening my charts here. But if you go and open your chart and study BTC movements and Ethereum movement in the past couple of months, one thing you discover is after every 1 to 2 days major movements in BTC, it consolidates for a minimum of 7 to 11 days. 7 to 11 days. It consolidates within a minimum of 5 to 11 days. Within that range of 5 to 11, 6 to 11 days actually. Within the range, whether it's 6 or 7 or 11. Within the range of 6, 7, 11 days, around this range. Once it consolidates, the next thing that happens, another big movement takes place. So what is going to happen within the next is the low is actually kicking in within the next 5 days. And once the low kicks in within the next 5 days, which it is already kicking in, once it settles, what you should now start expecting is a consolidation. This consolidation is going to last into the 3rd week, and within now the 3rd and the 4th week of November, the consolidation should lead us to seeing coins doing as much as 100%, 500%, 1,000%, 5,000%. So many people will make a lot of money. November ending, December, a lot of money will be made. A lot of money will be made because many persons are forecasting a doom, but I do not believe that doom. I do not believe that doom. I believe in positivity, and I don't care whether you believe it or not, because all I'm seeing is I'm already positioning myself. And as usual, when it starts happening, I will start showing my profits and sharing testimonies and posting. So it is your choice to learn and position. Now, let's go to the point number 2. What is the point number 2? It's all about positioning. All about positioning. And positioning has to do with the right information. In the crypto space, what matters is all about positioning. If you're watching and streaming live on this session, please do well to click on the like button, guys. Click on the like button. It helps the algorithm of this video to be able to help and reach out to more persons that will need to see this and watch this and help more people make more money just like you are. So just click on the like button. Thank you very, very much. Now, looking at all about positioning. All about positioning. What do I mean by positioning? Now, there are people who are making a lot of money in the crypto space, making a lot of money, and it's all about when you're positioned. When the time comes for the money to be made, if you are not positioned, you are late. So the crypto space is all about positioning, and positioning aligns with opportunities. Yes, there are certain things that happens, like let's say by chance, or should I say by luck. I don't actually believe in luck, but let's use the word chance. The word chance. So the goddess of chance, the goddess of favor, could favor some persons, but the goddess of favor only favors those who are positioned where it visits. The goddess of favor only favors those who are positioned when it visits. This is a law of life. The law of life. The goddess of chance only favors or rewards those who are positioned when she visits. Bring this law I just made about life into cryptocurrencies. So that you want to be rich does not mean that a person is rich, does not mean the person is wise in the sense of very, very wise. Rich does not equate to wisdom. This in this era we are in, for you to literally become very, very rich and wealthy, you only just have to be positioned. So there are people, imagine people who were positioned when Facebook was coming into scene. People were positioned when Amazon was coming into scene. They were just positioned. They don't have to have the wisdom. They just have to be positioned. And they end up being billionaires. You want to be rich in this era we are in, just be positioned. I've seen people who know very, very, very little than what I know, but they are far, far way richer than myself. Is knowledge good? Yes, of course. Is knowledge important? Yes, of course. But the most important is understanding positioning. A man who understands position, even though that man is foolish, that man will end up being more prosperous than a man who is wise but does not understand positioning. This is the reason why we have people we refer to as knowledgeable broke people. They are very knowledgeable, but they are very broke. Why are they very knowledgeable and very broke? It's because they know everything, but they do not understand one thing: positioning. If you know everything and you do not know positioning, you have not mastered positioning, you will end up being very knowledgeable, yet you'll be very broke. I used to be like that until I understand just one thing: positioning. When I came into crypto, I asked myself, what is going to happen within the next few months? And how can I be positioned? How can I be positioned? I'm not concerned about what is happening right now. I'm concerned about positioning. So because I was positioned before now, I made a lot of money. BTC giving me profits. Ethereum is giving me profits. BNB is giving me profits. I'm not doing this session I don't want to start, let's say, open up charts and say, okay, this is where I called it. Look at how it is. I think I might share that later on, but there's no point for that. Most of you have been on my groups and you've been joining my lives and you've been seeing the predictions before now as well. So there's no point. I'm not care about trying to validate it. You already know all those things and how these predictions are still playing out now, and how those who have hidden are still in profits. But this is the point I'm giving. The point I'm giving here is I position. And when it happens, I am making money. So you want to position. And what is the key to positioning and making a whole lot of money and billions in crypto is the right information early. Getting the right information early. Getting the right information early. You can have the right information at the wrong time and it will be useless to you. But when you have it at the right time, it will be powerful to you. There's nothing as powerful as having the right information at an early stage in the right time. Now, there are information that are going to do so well. Having right informations. For example, I think there's this coin called Bullish protocol. I think I've talked about the coin about once or twice. BELEX protocol, Bullish protocol, or BEX. I think if you click on the search button on the Telegram channel, I might have posted about it before now. That coin should do let's say 100%, 200%, 300, 400, 500% this month of November, and then might do 1000% next month or so, or 5,000%. It's going to pump very well. So you can like buy that coin. But I want to use it as a practical case of study. So it's called BEX protocol or BEX. It should do very, very well. Like the coin should crazily. But now understand this. The point I want to give is this information I just talked about, this coin now, is a right information. The coin is going to do so well. It's going to pump like 200, 300, 400, 500%. I think from the previous time I've talked about it, it has actually pumped like 3 or 4 times. 3 or 4 times it has pumped drastically. But right now, I believe it's going to pump very well again. So I'm like talking about it for the next one. BELX is BELCX. BELCX. BELX. Short form BEX. BEX BNB. You can buy on PooCoin. You can buy on PancakeSwap. On PooCoin and PancakeSwap. Those of you who do it on PooCoin and PancakeSwap, you can literally post the link or maybe on the chat for others who want to get in. Now, BELECX. BELECX. Oh God, you guys are not hearing. BELECX. BELECX, not BELCX. Sorry. BELECX. I don't want to be talking about this. Now, right information. This is like a case study. This is the right information now. And I'm giving this information right now. And people who are positioning with this information are definitely going to make profits and make money buying in on this particular asset right now. That is it. As simple as it is. The information I send to our emails, so my posts on the channels. In fact, I'm going to be doing. Let me do this for us. I'm going to do this out of a good heart. This November, this is because a lot of people sent me a message like, see, I don't know why some people come to my DM and they say a lot of they try to. You don't have to come to my DM to beg me for certain things. Just engage on the videos, come on the sessions, and you can literally benefit. So what I'm going to do is this any part of the year I'm going to be is like an amazing year for me in the sense of I'm going to be having a lot of more time to myself. I will not say there's a lot of so I'm having a lot of me time this November, this December. So I'll be creating several times to hold sessions. I'll be coming live a couple of times this period to give us informations on pre-sales that are going to come up, privacies that are going to come up. All you should just do is see how you can capitalize on it and make money. You can share with your friends, your groups, and all that. Capitalize on it and just make money. And when you make money, do not be, you know this. When you make money, then you can literally use money and join the VIP or any other trading platform or any of them or so. But I'll create time this period, this November or December, to become regularly and probably recording like 1-2 different assets for us ahead of time. You can literally hop on and make a lot of money out of it. What I need from you is I don't even care about whether you want to join the paid groups or not. What I need from you is basically your testimonies. I'll be coming more live. I'll be sharing analysis again. I'm going to begin it all over again. So what you should do is share your testimonies. Shifu does not ask for money. I'm not asking anyone for money. So all that I'm asking for is your testimonies. When you make profit, share your testimonies. You make 50%, 100%, 200%, 300%, 500%. Share your testimonies and make a lot of share testimonies, and that testimony encourages me to want to do more and more and more and more for us. So now, I see somebody posting about. Now I've only talked about 2 points. Positioning and is the same thing as right information. Yes, BELEX was called BELECX. BELEX was called. Positioning is the same thing as the right information. Positioning is the same thing as the right information. Positioning is the same thing as right information. So let's talk about right information. I'm talking about how can you position. How are we saying position? I just explain what is going to happen now. Because of what is going to happen, what do you want to do? For example, one of the coins I called was ETC. Remember I was talking about ETC. Let me look at my charts on my. I'm going to use my my Samsung. Let me look for ETC charts so I could be sure of what I'm saying. Now, ETC, as I talked about ETC dropping drastically from, I'm waiting for it to load up. It's taking quite some time. Let me look for ETC. I want to use ETC as an example. I want to use ETC as an example practically and share for us. Okay. So I talked about ETC from like $40 to $44 range, and now it should go to as low as $20, $18, $15, around that range. Now, if you look at the chart, I probably you might not be able to see everything because I'm using my phone, I'm not using my PC. But if you look at this chart, ETC is currently around 20 currently, and it's still headed for around 18, 15 levels. Now, this is the thing. I want to show you practically another. I want to use. I've used Bellex protocol is a good coin. It's going to do very well. Like you pump like 100, 200, 300, 400, 500% NFA. It's going to do so well. Now I want to use another example. ETC on position. I'm teaching you guys practically how I position right now. A coin like Bellex protocol is you can buy on PoolCoin and Pumpkin Swap and you buy. But now let's use ETC. ETC USDT. Now on ETC, I'm not buying ETC. I'm longing ETC. So I'm taking this trade on futures. But how am I going to take this trade on futures? What am I going to do with this particular trade? This is what I'm going to do. I'm gonna watch it. If Bitcoin decides to do so more and play and decide to come down and down and down, I'm watching for it to come to as low as 18. When it starts coming to as low as 18, I will start entering my positions. My positions is, imagine if I want to risk, let's say $1,000 on this particular trade, and I'm risking that $1,000 with the goal that, or with the belief that the market should turn bullish. And if the market turns bullish, let's say between the next 2 weeks into December, I am going to turn that $1,000 to $10,000, or I will turn that $1,000 to $20,000, or $30,000, or $40,000. I'm practically showing you guys how I flip money. There are people who do this. Let's say, okay, I could do it on a, let's say on an aggressive scalping basis. There are people who do that, but to be very honest with you, 80 to 90% of them who do that by chance end up also losing the money by chance. But when you have a proven method, you stick to it and you're okay. Imagine taking one trade and that trade is making you so much money that is going to take care of you for the next 1 year. You wouldn't want to be putting your life at risk and over calculating and cracking. That would not really be necessary. Now, this is what I'm going to do. Once I start seeing this and getting to 18, I'll start taking my position. Let's say I want to risk $1,000. I will not root in my whole $1,000 margin. I will root in only $100. And now, this is something people don't understand about risk management when it comes to futures and leverage trading. If you have not watched the previous session I had on losses, go and watch those sessions I had on losses. You will understand why most people who trade futures and leverage trading are always complaining of loss. I cannot remember when last I've been liquidated. You see people who teach, mentors or coaches who teach that when you trade futures, you have to be liquidated. When you're liquidated, you will not. All those things, to be very honest with you, I'm not against anybody's teaching, but to me, they are all bullshit. They are all bullshit. Anybody who has to be liquidated to have sense is not ready to learn by mentorship. But if you're ready to learn by mentorship and discipline, you don't need to. You should need to understand risk management. And when you master risk management, you have solved 80 to 90% of your problem in trading. You have solved 80 to 90% of your problem in trading. And that is the problem of so many persons. Now, this is the thing. If I wanted to risk $1,000, for example, on this trade at 18, now, and I use $100 margin, and then it continues going down to $15. And let's say when it continues going down, I am on minus 200 or minus 300%. Now, a future trader will say minus 300 is big, but at the end of the day, what I'm actually losing is $300 and not $1,000. So that means I still have $700 more to risk. So that means if I want to add up money, I won't add up anything more than $700 or $500, leaving $200 aside in case of any drawdown. While my stop loss have been set at 12. So as it continues goes and I continue adding my position, when it starts moving up in value, you will now turn. I will be like, you will see me post my chart 500%, 1000%, 2000%, 3000%, 4000%. And now, for example, people made money from FTT crash. People who are positioned, and I think I called the crash also ahead of time to those who are on my paid groups on the VIP and the trading platform. I think I shared some of the polls. Some persons made about 1000%, some 2000%, 3000%, 4000%. Now, this is the thing. Those events are good. They are amazing events. But how much more when you develop a system and you can repeatedly use that system and make amount of money every month. Every month. Can people with $20 use this strategy? Yes. But you need to understand risk management. I think if you're on my private groups, if you're on the trading platform, you're on CME, you're on the VIP. I think I'm going to have an exclusive. I'm supposed to have an exclusive session with you guys yesterday, but my emotions were actually tense. I lost someone that is actually very, very close to me and dear to me. So definitely, that is not what I want to talk about on this session. So I don't want to. I don't want my mood to change. So basically, we're going to have that session this week, and I will let you guys know on the groups as well. But take this, the risk management method. There's a methodology that you can actually use even on TradingView, and you can literally make a lot of money in TradingView with that methodology, which I'm going to be sharing not today, but later on with you guys. So literally use that methodology, and even if you're using $20, at the end of the month, your $20 becomes $200. You have made growth. See, if you cannot turn $20 to $200, you will not be able to turn $2,000 to $200,000 or to $20,000. If you're not faithful in little, you cannot be faithful in much. Those of you who have been following me for the past couple of years, you've seen me turn $10, $20 to 400, 300. You've seen me flip accounts. There are many young people doing that right now. It's amazing for them. But you've seen me done these things before. You've seen me done it. So doing it with a bigger fund is now easy. It's now easy. So I keep on saying the problem is never about capital. The problem is all about your understanding. And I can always tell you guys that trading will reveal you to you. It will reveal yourself to you. You think you are you. People say they are not stubborn, but one of the proof that people are stubborn is trading. Trading will show you how stubborn you are. How stubborn you are to what people will tell you. Your mentor and your coach will teach you one thing, you will still do another thing. That is stubbornness, and that is trading showing you. Trading trading will teach you. It will teach you in the hardest way, and it will break your defenses. Definitely. So that's talking about positioning. Let's Number 3 is understanding portfolio type and position portfolio sizing. Understanding portfolio type and portfolio sizing. I think I've already delved into number 3. So 3 things. I said correcting the wrongs. Number 2, positioning. And under how to position, I practically talked about the right information, keying, and I used the case study of ETC and I used the case study of Bullish. So I talked about Bullish protocol. You can actually go and buy it. ETC, we are waiting for it to get to as low as 18 to 15. Then you start buying. And I'm going to maybe on Sunday or before then I'll do a video. I'll do a video for us, and on that video I will show you guys some of my entries, because I will have to use my PC to do that. I have to use my PC to do that, to show you guys on live. I might do it live, or I will actually do what? Just pre-record it and upload it on the YouTube channel so people can actually watch. You see exactly my entries for ETC and maybe BTC and all that straight. I will do that live for us this weekend. This weekend I'll do that live for us. But that, by the way, understanding portfolio type and portfolio sizing. What do I mean by portfolio type and portfolio sizing? People do not understand the difference between portfolio type and portfolio sizing. In fact, your portfolio type is what determines your portfolio sizing. Your portfolio type determines your portfolio sizing. In other words, the type of portfolio you have is what determines what you should risk. Portfolio sizing means risk, but your portfolio type. Talking about portfolio type, I mentioned buying Bullish protocol right now. Bullish protocol is in the portfolio aspect of DApps, DEX, of PancakeSwap, BSC kind of plays, whatnot. That's in that category. ETC is in the portfolio type of futures trading. Now, my position sizing on each of them is going to be different based on my targets and based on what I want to achieve. Based on my targets and based on what I want to achieve. Now, this is what I'm going to do for us in our next live session. In the next live session is going to be basically designated towards students. Are you a student that you want to travel out of the country for studies, and you're thinking, how am I going to raise money for my tuition? That session is going to teach you how you can trade your school fees out of the markets using portfolio type and portfolio sizing. Or let's say you're a Nigerian student and you're thinking, okay, how can I raise? I'm going to practically show you guys how you can literally trade with portfolio type of portfolio sizing. And not just would I teach you that, I will also show you the assets you can literally lose, and your entries, what you should risk, what will be your stop loss. It is not a financial advice, but 90% of the time, I'm always right. That's the only good thing about Shifu. I always say Shifu is not the best. There are amazing coaches and mentors and tutors out there. So many out there. Maybe they are not even known. There are people who are even more very popular. But one thing about Shifu is that 90% of the time, he is always right. And the amazing thing is that I don't even have to be 90% right. I could be 20% right and 80% wrong, and yet I will make a lot of money out of the market. How much more when I'm 90% right and just 10% wrong? And we're seeing that with the statistics from the private groups and all that. But this is all about helping many of us make the whole much of money, make a lot more of money. This November is your month. December is your month. And how is it going to be your month? What you want to do is you want to watch this video all over again. Note down the steps. Practically ask yourself, how are these things I've mentioned have been limiting you, and how you can correct them based on what I've taught, and then you start taking the steps. I think I've shared about 2 different alphas already for us in just this session alone. And I use Bellex as an example that is actually a good buy. You can actually go and buy as well. Now, when will my next live session be? Today is Wednesday. Probably I will let us know. On the channel, on the group, and then we're gonna shoot out live. We're gonna blow live this weekend. It's definitely gonna be this weekend, and I'm gonna come up with a team. So if you're a student, probably want to leave the country. Maybe you're an African student and want to leave the country to another country. Think how you're gonna raise the tuition fee, or you are a local Nigerian student and you want to raise money maybe for a private university. I'm thinking of a title. If I can come up with a title this night, I might fix that live session tomorrow or next. Oh, I have a 6 hours flight. Wow. I have a 6 hours flight, but I think I can still fix that once I arrive in the country. Or next. So I will fix that for us. But I need to come up with a title. Now, I want us to share title ideas for me. A title idea that makes so much sense. I've already told us what I want to talk about. That has to do with helping someone. Now, even if you're not a student, but you can actually leverage the session to see how you can generate money for yourself for whatever need you need or whatever you want to do. So, but what you want to do is, I want to get title ideas from us. Share title ideas, amazing title ideas that are shocking and mind blowing. Share it to me on either Telegram, $1 Million Boss, or share it on me on Twitter, Shifuwealth. If you have my WhatsApp line as well, you can literally just buzz me on WhatsApp and share it to me on WhatsApp. I hope this session has made so much sense to someone and has made an impact to you, and you've learned 1 or 2 things, and you can literally go back and make money with what is shared, buy the coins that have been shared, and God help us. See you soon. Just like we say, if the students be ready, what happens? The Shifu will appear. And when the Shifu appears, the students prevail. Bye for now, guys. See you later.